I'm traveling in China, but today I'm taking you to a place that even most Chinese people haven't heard of. It's a quiet little county that almost no one notices, yet it hides a 1,000-year-old wooden marvel that defies belief. Built without a single nail, survived wars, earthquakes, centuries of chaos, and still, barely anyone talks about it. Why has the world forgotten such a breathtaking monument? That's what we are exploring in this episode. So the place is called Yingxian. Don't worry if this is your first time hearing the name. It's a small county in Shanxi Province, just a 3-hour high-speed train ride from Beijing. On the surface, it looks like any ordinary town, but here stand a 1,000-year-old wooden pagoda and an 800-year-old temple that have survived earthquakes, wars, and time itself. It's like stepping through a time portal. What you see here is the soul of ancient architecture, frozen in time right before your eyes. If you love discovering extraordinary places the world has overlooked, hit subscribe. I'll be sharing more of these hidden stories. As someone who travels for history, I'm used to ancient sites, but I had never heard of Yingxian, let alone a 1,000-year-old wooden pagoda. If you have ever played Blackbeard's Wukong, this tower might look familiar, but this isn't a game environment, it's real. The full name of the tower is the Pagoda of Wukong Temple. Built almost 1,000 years ago, it's a marvel of engineering. It predates the age of discovery by 400 years. It's taller than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. In fact, taller than almost any existing wooden structure. On its outer walls are 48 ancient calligraphy plaques, the oldest dating back to 1194. Built entirely without nails, it has withstood more than 40 earthquakes and countless wars. Even more incredible, despite Yingxian's frequent thunderstorms, the tower has never once been struck by lightning. And locals say it's protected by something more, a kind of ancient force beyond architecture or engineering. They say, water can't drown it, fire can't burn it, thunder can't touch it. This isn't just a beautiful wooden tower, but the ultimate embodiment of the ingenuity behind traditional Chinese architecture. What if I told you this pagoda doesn't have 5 floors, but 9? 4 hidden inner levels are tucked between the visible ones. It's a clever structural design that gives the tower its legendary earthquake resistance. That's part of the reason it's still standing after near 1,000 years. Sadly, because of a slight lean in the structure, only the ground floor is open to visitors today. The upper levels, with their ancient sculptures and sweeping views, remain sealed off, their secrets still waiting in the dark. If you're curious about what those hidden floors look like, you can find photos online. I've left them out of the video due to copyright and preservation concerns. Seeing this tower with my own eyes was humbling, knowing what it has endured and what it still stands for. I just had to share this with you and hope you feel the presence too, even through the screen. And if you care about ancient craft and quiet legends, put this on your list when you travel in China next time. Now we are heading to another ancient temple, just a short walk from the wooden pagoda. This one is over 800 years old. Who would have thought that a town of fewer than 250,000 people could hide not one, but 2 monuments nearly 1,000 years old? If you have made this far and haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. I'll be sharing more wonders that time tries to bury. Unlike the towering wooden pagoda we just saw, the Jingtu Temple looked almost forgettable, from the outside. The temple has gone numerous renovations and periods of destruction throughout history, and today only the main hall remains. But walk into the main hall and look up, you will see something extraordinary. The ceiling is carved like a celestial palace, designed in a rare 9-grid pattern, the only one of its kind ever found in China. Dragons, phoenixes, heavenly towers. Each square is filled with intricate wooden carvings and colorful paintwork, a miniature version of paradise suspended right above your head. While the ceiling may look purely decorative, its water-expired pattern once served as a symbolic protection against fire in wooden buildings, and its round center over a square frame reflects ancient beliefs. Heaven is round, earth is square. Even more astonishing, the entire structure, weighing several tons, is held up by just 4 wooden pillars. It has been standing here for more than 800 years, and the engineers today still can't fully explain how. As I stood in the corner, quietly staring up, I couldn't help but wonder who came up with such an ingenious design. Maybe that's what faith is. Not loud, not grand, but carved patiently into the smallest of details. And outside the temple, there's one more surprise. This weathered stone lion, damaged in the mid-20th century, is said to have once looked like this. A wild windswept mane, nothing like the usual curly-haired style. With that look, maybe it really was going through a punk phase. Yingxian might not be a well-known destination, but to me, it was the biggest surprise of this entire Shanxi journey. If you're like me, fascinated by ancient architecture and historical sites, don't miss this place the next time you travel in China. The town is compact and perfect for a day trip. I've added transportation details and visitor tips in the description, so feel free to check that out. If you enjoy discovering world-class hidden gems that most people overlook, consider subscribing. In the next episode, I will take you to an over 1,400 years old temple and a fortress tower that once guarded China's northern frontier. Thanks for coming along, and see you in the next one.